All right, so for the first question, what can be gained in marketing by using gaming analytics? So basically, you're able to discover demographics. So who's playing the game, ages, race, male, female, all these demographics are very important to be able to narrow down your target market. So you get a better feel for who's interested in the game. And that can allow you to better incorporate ads and things such as that and monetize the game. And then you're able to see what they're playing on. So are they using a phone? Are they using a TV? Are they using an iPad? What is their source for playing the game? So whatever it is, the most popular one that allows you to basically personalize things to be better suited for whatever device that they're working on. And then it also allows you to target and engage your most involved users. So whoever's playing the game the most often, you're able to better target them. Whoever is most engaged, putting the most money into the game, that allows you to target towards them because they're going to be your money makers. And then it also allows you to study the user behavior. This is a huge one. So what are they buying with their coins? Are they buying this or are they buying that? What's the more popular one? Who are they inviting to play with them? These are behaviors that you can actually track and you can create patterns based off of them. So the user behavior allows you to create patterns and discover what are people most often doing and when are they doing it, etc. For the second question, why are people concerned about companies using large data and sharing it? This is such an interesting topic to me because when we did this discussion a few weeks ago, I didn't actually agree with the majority of the class. I feel like a lot of people were like, no, this is so bad. This is terrible. It's big business taking advantage. I don't necessarily agree. I think there's a lot of benefits to it. Before I get into the benefits, though, the main concern that people have is privacy, of course. So that's the big thing that everybody's worried about. I don't want people knowing what I'm looking up, what I'm watching. That's personal. What I do on my phone, everybody feels like their phone is like their safe haven. Like nobody needs to know, and it's private. But the benefits are research and development. This is a huge one. Selling these large data and having people analyze behaviors and things such as that allows for improved research and development. So whether it's products or psychology development, research and development, these are things that are going to help us move along and keep improving as a society. So I think there's a lot of good things about it. And then when it comes to the products, don't you want products that are going to be more geared to your behaviors and your patterns, stuff that everybody's looking for? So if society is really in need of this product and we can find it based off of analyzing large forms of data, then let's do it. And then personalization. So people feel like large data is bad and studying what they're doing, what they're watching is a negative thing. But if you think about it, your apps and your subscriptions are doing this all the time. Netflix, for example, when you get on Netflix, everybody looks at a different Netflix. So everybody's Netflix is offering them different suggestions. And that's an example of them using your research and your behaviors to make things more personalized for you, as well as ads. So when you're on Instagram and you see an ad that's geared towards you, something that you have just recently been looking at or talking about, it can be kind of creepy, but wouldn't you rather be seeing, if you're going to see ads regardless, I would rather see ads that are geared towards me, something that I might actually find useful or I might purchase, rather than something irrelevant to me. I don't want to see that on my feed. And then discovery pages, such as discovery pages on Instagram, everybody sees a different one, and this is big data being analyzed, and it allows apps and other sources to personalize things for everybody. And now we're so used to that. If you took that away, people would not be happy. People would feel the difference. So there are positives. The solution that I have is transparency. I do believe there's so many benefits, but I also believe that companies need to be completely transparent. I think that the wrong in this is when companies aren't being outright with what they're doing with your data. So if a company tries to spin it as if your data is private and they're not going to be selling it to any third-party companies, no, they need to outline exactly what they do with the data, point blank, and you need to have to agree to the terms and conditions in order to even use the program or whatever it may be. So if it's a cell phone, like such as AT&T, like the company, before you even get the cell phone and start your plan, you should have to read their terms and conditions and agree, yes, I agree that you can use my data in this way. But the thing about the big forms of data, I believe that it should be anonymous, and I'm pretty sure it is this way, but you can't pinpoint Kendall Clark is doing this on her phone at this time. No, like it's just like a broad, like anonymous data. So it's going to be percentages, and majority of people are doing this, not specific names, house addresses, things like that. No. And then moving on, the third one, how can artificial intelligence be used to make better marketing decisions? So gear marketing to each individual's interest. It kind of goes along with what I was just talking about, but personalization is a huge thing that artificial intelligence has brought to us. So artificial intelligence is able to study our patterns and see what we like, what we want to see, what we want to do, what we often do at this certain time. And it allows advertising to be more geared towards what we might want at that moment. Habits, timing, etc. All right. So for number 4, explain your rationale for setting up a social media listening center. So this is very, very important. It allows you to track success during different marketing campaigns. So say you just released a new commercial and it's a little bit controversial, and you didn't even, maybe it's a crisis and you didn't even realize that it's a PR crisis, but it turned into one, and here you are. A social media listening center allows you to track what people are saying and possibly set things right before they get too bad. So it allows you to see the feedback. Like if somebody brings up a good point and they spin your wording or your campaign to be very negative, you can catch that right away and either take the campaign down, respin it in a different light, whatever the case may be. But it allows you to track what people are saying, and people are going to interpret things differently than you and your whole team might have thought. And this allows you to catch those PR crises before they get terrible. It also allows you to respond to customers. An example would be Wendy's is always responding to customers in a funny way. They're always like kind of clapping back to them in a humorous way, and it gives them even more exposure, because people will screenshot it and post it on their own page and be like, look what Wendy said back to me, like this is so funny. So that's a really great way to utilize the listening center. And then also dealing with complaints. So every time someone tags you and says, man, this company really screwed me over, the product I got looked like this and I'm so upset, having that company being able to respond right away, and then so when people see that complaint, right below it is your company's response saying, hey, I'm so sorry, here's our customer service line, please give us a call, explain what happened, we'd love to help. It kind of completely disregards that complaint, and it puts your company still in a positive light, like, oh, they want to fix the situation. So, and then the last one would be research your market and competitors. So you're able to use the listening center not just for your company's name and keywords, but you can search your competitors and you can search your overall market. So if it's fashion, you can search fashion and see what people are talking about right now, what's trending, to be the first company to get into that topic. Now for the last question, discuss how marketing analytics can be used to give a company a better return on their investment. So you can allow target markets to be identified, so the companies can gear future campaigns to them. So demand forecasting, basically, if it's like an event type of company and they're hosting events and things like that, demand forecasting can allow you to see how have we done in the past and how might we do at this event that we're about to host so that you don't over invest into the event. So basically you want to invest enough money into the event that it is a success, but you don't want to invest too much money if in the past years you didn't make that much money at the event, or you didn't have that many people buy tickets, etc. You always want to be earning more than you're investing. That's like basic financials. So this allows you to track that and see how you did in the past and how you project how you will do at this event. And then it also goes into products as well. So demand forecasting can be, we bought this many products so let's use an example. So we bought this many bathing suits last spring, and we ended up having to put them on discount at the end of the summer, and we actually ended up having bathing suits left over. Next year they're out of style, so we lost money on that. This year we're going to buy less bathing suits based on how many people have been buying them in the previous summers from our company. That just allows you to make better financial decisions. And then what do people respond well to and what do they not respond well to? So if people are really engaging with certain things, certain content, certain posts, then that can tell you keep doing what you're doing. If people are not really engaged to a post, or the analytics are down, engagement is down, things such as that, it can tell you, okay, don't post stuff like that anymore. And you just kind of play with it until you find that sweet spot where people are consistently engaging. But analytics allows you to see where you went wrong and what you're doing right. So overall, analytics are a great use to marketing, and they are going to make a whole lot of a difference as we improve on them in time.